What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Coach Booker in the building, man. You know it. Once again, man, we back on the line, sports media, man. Back at it again, man. Oh, it's going down. It's going down tonight. Nah, I ain't gonna do too much. I'm gonna be honest, I ain't gonna do too much, man. But it was opening day of middle school football here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and it went down. I'm telling y'all, it went down, man. We got some hot news, man, because we posted a top 10 CMS, and we got it wrong. We got it wrong because some of these boys got that what they call BTA. Yeah, they got that BTA yesterday. So they true colors. They showed their true colors yesterday, for real. Wednesday, it was Wednesday night, man, Wednesday evening, man, and it went down all over the city, man. Charlotte Middle School football, man. And we are committed. On the line sports media and VTO, we are committed to capturing all the action and all the data and all the content that we can. It's a lot of schools out there, over 30 something schools, and we're going to try to get around from week to week, and we're going to cover our game of the week at different locations. We're gonna kind of let you guys know when we pull up. Some of them is gonna be impromptu. We're gonna have to pull up on you, and we're gonna put the cameras out, and we're gonna put the mics in some of these coaches' faces and some of these kids, and we're gonna highlight some of the best kids out there. We're gonna highlight some of the best coaches. We're gonna highlight some of the best teams. We're gonna highlight the projected teams to finish in the top 10 of the CMS on their road to the Elite Eight, the CMS. That's what I meant to say. So we had a top 10, and I don't know if I should post this because I feel bad that we was just, we, well, let me see. Not too many of them lost, maybe three out of the 10. Um, yeah, they took some L's, some big L's too. It was bad. But, anyways, let's talk about the game of the week. Let's start out with game of the week. Game of the week was JMA versus Coolwood. Last year, JMA, Coolwood, both two Final Eight teams. Coolwood, they lost in the first round to Piedmont. Gave Piedmont a fight last year. Coolwood did. JMA, we bailed out in the first round as well against Eastway. But nevertheless, two Final Eight teams last year went at it this year. Number 4 ranked JMA and number 6 ranked on the number 6 ranked Coolwood on the line sports media. 4 versus 6, and man, it was surprising because last year this game was a 6-0 game. JMA, came out victorious 6-0, but early on last year JMA was beating everybody. They was whooping everybody. 40-0, 50-0. They got over to Coolwood and ended up being a 6-0 game. And Coolwood ended up being the second team chosen from that Northern Conference. But that game went down. I'm gonna pull up some scores here. Let's just get right to it. That's what we'll do. We'll just get right to it. I'm gonna pull up some scores. Let me see if I can pull up some scores. Y'all bear with me, man. It went down. Went down yesterday. Matter of fact, let me pull up some rankings. Let me pull up the rankings first. I'll pull up the rankings since I have them right here. These was the projected rankings. Let me see if I can get them up on the screen for you guys. Yep. So just make sure you pay attention to the rankings. The rankings we had, as you can see, top 10 Piedmont, Eastway. We went over these rankings already, but we'll go over them again. Piedmont, Eastway, North Ridge. Piedmont, Eastway, North Ridge, top 3. JMA came in at number 4. Then you had McClintock. Coolwood, AG, Ranson, J.M. Robinson, and Wilson snuck into the top 10. So that's your top 10. So make sure you get a snapshot of that top 10 because it's going to drastically change because somebody got that BTA. Quite a few of them at that BTA. Let's see. And we're going to figure out which ones as soon as I can find this schedule. I mean, these results from yesterday. Results from yesterday. Where are they? I just had them up. Dang it. My producer's not here, man, so he got stuff all over the place, man. We can't figure it out. So, be tough. We gotta find that. Let me stop sharing the screen here. Yeah, so it went down, but either way, man, I know the results from the game of the weeks, JMA versus Coolwood. Man, JMA came out victorious once again, man. JMA defeats Coolwood 40-0. Coolwood bought them donuts over there. Coolwood bought them donuts over there to JMA. Pulled up in their trap, but they got strapped. Coolwood got strapped yesterday over there at JMA, man, and it was deep over there, man. It was a packed house, man. Standing room only, man. Guys had they trunks popped. The music was going. Trash talking. Them boys from Coolwood was talking big trash. It didn't age well. It didn't age very well, man. By the end of the first quarter, man, that thing got bad, man. By the end of the first quarter, man, they were 2 touchdowns down. They was down. They was down 2. And I don't think they crossed the 50. I hate to call them out like that, but it was our game of the week, man. And them boys was talking trash to them to JMA. And these boys, I mean, JMA did what they do, man. They came and we came out and we did our thing. So first half was, I think the first half was like 21 nothing. 21 nothing in the first half. It got real quiet over there on the sideline. It got real quiet. Didn't nobody leave yet because they still had hope. But second half, JMA was just getting started. and they pumped about 20 more points in that thing. 3 more touchdowns to 0, and I don't think Coolwood crossed the 50. But they played good football. Coolwood got some dog, man, D linemen, man. One D lineman, man, I'm going to tell you what his name is. As a matter of fact, I think I got his name here with me, man. He was a baller, man. And regardless of what happened yesterday, man, we want to always recognize the kids that can ball, okay? And that's exactly what we did, man. This kid, Elijah Anthony, number 31. Look out for that kid. Elijah Anthony, number 31 for Coolwood, man. He's a baller. He played on that D-line, and he absolutely was dominating our offensive line. We had to figure it out. We threw some double teams at him. He beat a couple of our double teams. Elijah probably had, I know he had 2 sacks for sure for losses, solo sacks. He had a lot of quarterback rush. He made quarterback rush and throw it, man. He had major penetration on the offensive line, man. He was one of their standout players. As a matter of fact, we announced Mr. Elijah as our first week defensive player of the game. So congratulations to Elijah Anthony. He's an eighth grader, defensive end, edge rusher for Coolwood. He balled out. Y'all watch out for him. And something tells me this Coolwood team, I think they dropped one early, just like they did last year. They dropped one early last year, and then they ended up going on a winning streak, and they ended up making the final eight. So I don't count this Coolwood team out, man. By far, this Coolwood team is the real deal. They still the real deal. Yeah, yeah. You know that first week is always tough. You know that yeah, the first week is always tough, man. So you know, you got the offensive jitters, man. People nervous, man. I think they had some new coaches this year. They had some new coaches this year. So get them guys time to get acclimated to to each other, man. Learn each other. Let the kids get a little bit familiar with their style. When you come in as a new coach and you got a different philosophy from last year, if your philosophy is different, if your coaching style is different, and you had a bunch of young kids, which I think they did, had a bunch of young kids, you kind of got to get used to. You got to get into that belief system that you believe in the new coaching system. Um, so yeah, we definitely appreciate Coolwood and what they stand for. They always been an outstanding, very, very, very competitive football team in that Northern Conference. And but yesterday they came up short, you know. But I also want to highlight this other kid, man. And I'm sorry I can't get all the pictures up. We'll make sure we in the future we get all the guys' pictures that was awarded these offensive players. And what we're gonna do, man, this year, BTO and On the Line Sports Media, what we're gonna do is we're committed to coming out and awarding these kids with a trophy, something that they can take home and really appreciate. Whether they win the game, whether they lose the game, doesn't matter. Even if you lose the game, we're gonna come. We're gonna pull up at your practice, and we're gonna bring your award to you. We want you to still continue to be to keep that positive energy, keep that same motivation to continue to to thrive and get better, right? So we're gonna pull up at your practice On the Line Sports Media, probably next week, sometime next week. We we're gonna do boots on the ground. On the lines will be boots on the ground. We're gonna pull up and we're gonna make sure that we give you your award in front of your peers, in front of your teammates, so they'll know that hey, you know, we got something to look forward to, man. Let's rally around Mr. Elijah Anthony, and that could be the thing that get Coolwood going. So cool. And JMA, hey man, JMA ranked number 4 in the polls. You saw it earlier. Preseason ranked number 4, final 8 team last year. Hey man, listen. Hey man, these boys put the work in. They put the work in. We've been working. Like we've been working and we've been dialed in. You know, the number one thing we got, man, is the biggest thing we have. We graduated a lot of kids, and we got a lot of new kids. But the one thing we did get back is our quarterback. We got a returning quarterback, and if you can get your returning quarterback back, then hey, you got a little something, right? You got a chance. So you can build your team around your quarterback for sure. So our quarterback, his name is Ashton Jones. Remember this name, man. This kid is phenomenal, man. Um, he's a phenomenal athlete, man. If he could play on both sides of the ball, he would. If Ashton could play on offense and defense, he would. But we can't do that. We can't do that. Not right now, Ashton. He's very, very dynamic quarterback. He's a dual threat. He's a dual threat quarterback, but he can stand in the pocket as well and deliver that thing. He rides the pocket very well, keeps his eyes upfield, um, and of course, if it's time to take off, he's out of here. Kind of reminds me of that quarterback last year from Northridge, Trey, Mr. Trey Smith, who's now at North Mac. He kind of reminds me, put me in the mind of Mr. Trey Smith. But yeah, and so Ashton balled out yesterday. I think he was like 7 for 8, 155 yards, and he's a lefty. That's right. That's right. That's right, Randy. Randy know who I'm talking about. He's a lefty, man. He was a lefty. He is a lefty. Excuse me. He's a lefty, man, and he delivers that football, man. And but he's a field general, very quiet, laid back kid. He kind of just leads with his energy. He leads with his energy. He doesn't have. It's not a whole lot you can say. He needs to say, man. He just comes in and takes charge of the offense and does his thing. So he was about 7 for 8 yesterday. I'm gonna say, yeah, 7 for 8, 155 yards. I think he had 2 in the air, 1 on the ground, a few extra points, man. He did his thing, man. He balled out. First game of the season, man. 8th grader, man, going to his 8th grade year. Ashton Jones. Remember this name, I'm telling you. Remember this kid's name, man. He's a phenomenal athlete, and he's gonna be one of those guys. He's gonna be one of those guys that's out there leading his team. So congratulations to Ash, our game of the week, offensive player of the game. So congratulations to Ashton Jones. If you see him out there, man, email him. He got some great parents, man. Very well mannered kid. Sometimes I be wanting him to be mean. I want him to talk trash a little bit. I want him to, don't get me wrong. I know it's a flag, but I want him to celebrate sometimes. Just spike the ball. We'll take the 15 on the kid. We up 35, 40 to nothing. Spike the ball, Ash. Spike the ball. I'm sorry, I dropped my stuff. So yeah, man. So we did that. That was a 40-0 victory, man. 40-0 victory. Congratulations, J.M. Alexander. All right. So I'm trying to pull up these scores from. We got them scores. What you got to do? No, they maybe need to refresh or something. I'm gonna refresh to see if they pop up. All right, booyah. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna cover. We're committed. VTO, like I said once again, VTO and On the Line Sports Media, we're committed to covering the entire league. Okay, that's what we're gonna do this year. Just an anticipation until the playoffs, man. We're gonna give you guys some kids to watch, some teams to watch. So make sure you continue to tune in from week to week. I'm gonna get these scores pulled up. I'm supposed to be having one of my guys to that helps go over this stuff with me, but I think he had practice. So we're gonna share this with you here in a second. Booyah! There we go. Boom. All right, here we go. And you can see it right there on the screen, man. Right there on the screen. These was the week 1 scores. Week 1 scores. Northridge, which is the number 3 ranked, and I think the rankings probably won't come out until Monday. The new rankings won't come out until Monday, but I think Northridge was ranked number 3 behind Eastway, and I think Eastway took a L. So Northridge still balling, the returning, defending runner-ups of the city championship. So they only lost to Piedmont last year as far as in the playoffs. They were in the championship game, and they won again. They still on a roll. Northridge owning that conference over there. They lost. They won 38-6. So congratulations, Coach Darrell, Coach Smith, still balling. Mint Hill got out the start real fast. Mint Hill, MLK, man, Coach Knox balling. I know you out there, Coach Knox, listening. Coach Knox got that dub, 32. Hey, man, these boys been working on their offense, man. They putting up a lot of points, man. 38 Northridge and 32 Mint Hill. We got to watch these guys. Man, they balling. We're going to be over there to check y'all out. On the Line Sports Media VTO. We're going to pull up. We're going to pull up. We pulling up to your trap. Taking over your trap. Yeah. So online sports media and VTO. So Wilson, man, who it's a lot of talk about Wilson, man. A lot of talk about Wilson early on. Wilson, who's ranked number 10 in the top 10. Wilson ranked number 10. So um, they got their first dub. They got their dub. 28-0 over Whitewater. They got a pretty fast start. Wilson 28-0. And Wilson is a pretty tough, pretty tough. They was out of the. They made the first 8. They made the Elite 8 year 1, and then they fell off year 2. So now they're ranked in the top 10 on the line sports media and VTO top 10. But then, so now we gotta look out for Wilson. Period. 28-0. They got some ballers over there. Coach Steve and them over there balling. So we got to watch out for them. But they over there, they got a pretty tough conference over there. Randolph and Sedgefield. Come on, Coach. Sedgefield? Come on. Like I said, though, week 1, them offenses, it take a while to get that offense going. Typically, it takes a little bit for that offense to get going. You play pretty good defense, run around and hit. But it takes a little bit for that offense to get going. So it looks like Sedgefield took their first loss of the season. 6-0 to Randolph. Tight game. Looked like a dogfight to me. Twin, you put them in a dogfight over there, man. You put them in a dogfight over there, but they came up short. You came up short, and I'm sure you definitely, if I know one coach that will bounce back, Coach Washington, WEA himself, he will bounce back, and I think they'll make a good run at the playoffs this year and that Elite 8. But they took a L. Randolph, pretty tough team, and we might have to go visit Randolph this week. We'll let you guys know what our game of the week here at the end of the show. We'll let you know where we're pulling up to. Get ready. We pulling up somewhere. This next Wednesday, we pulling up. We'll let you know here at the end of the show, okay? So, now you got Eastway. Eastway, which was one of our final 8 teams. Last year, they was in the Elite 8. Kennedy was not in the Elite 8. Man, Kennedy. Whew, I don't know what's going on at Kennedy, man. Them jokers put up 44. Kick in the door. What'd he say? Kick in the door, wave in the 4-4. Good God. Oh, boy. I mean, Eastway was saying, don't hit me no more. Them boys at Eastway say, don't hit me no more. Well, I tell you what. They hit you enough to, and you bought them donuts. And you bought them donuts to the field yesterday. 44-0, Kennedy over Eastway. Good job, Kennedy and Eastway, man. We might check out them boys over there, too. Kennedy putting up 44. Ooh. Then we got Southwest, man. This is the league. This is the conference, that division that a lot of us, we don't venture out too much, but we going to hit y'all up hard this year. Because I know y'all think that we taking y'all for granted. Ain't happening. We pulling up to your trap. Southwest defeats AG. AG was ranked in the top 10. AG, you was ranked number 7. You done fell off. AG. You got dubbed 20-0. You got to do better than that. We pick you for the top. We had you ranked number 7. I don't know if you'll stay in the top 10 or not. We're going to investigate a little bit. We're going to check things out. We're going to make a few phone calls. But right now, you got dubbed. South Charlotte, surprisingly, we didn't have y'all guys on our radar. We didn't have you on our radar. But you dropped 32 on Carmel. And I'm sure they got you on their radar now. But it's a little bit too late. 32-8, South Charlotte over Carmel Middle School. And Carmel usually pretty tough. They usually play pretty good football. But, yeah, bad day yesterday for Carmel. Slow start. I think any of these teams can bounce back. I've seen it happen. They take that first loss, and then they go on a run. They go on a run, and I like it. I like it. Quail Hollow and Community House. This score got cut off a little bit. Let me see if I extend this thing, will it work over here? That score looks like is 20 something. I think I seen it earlier. 20 something to 0. Either way, 20 something 0. I think it's 28. Community House over Quail Hollow. Community House, they played good basketball last year too. But it looks like they play good football over there at Community House too. Quail Hollow, you bought them donuts. I don't know if it was Krispy Kreme. I don't know if it was what's that other one is? Dunkin'. But you bought them donuts yesterday to the field. You boy bought donuts to the field, boy. Crestdale, we didn't have you ranked in the top 10. Let me see. Did we have you ranked in the top 10, Crestdale? Now, Crestdale was ranked, made it to the Elite 8 the first year of the CMS championships. This year, they didn't quite make it to the top 10. Neither did, no, let me see. Where we at? Crestdale? J.M. Robinson. Oh, no, Crestdale. Crestdale didn't make it to the top 10, but they beat a top 10 team, which was J.M. Robinson. J.M. Robinson, you was ranked number 9. It ain't looking good for you. Hey, they only going to take 8. We ranked 10. J.M. Robinson, you was ranked number 9. Crestdale balled out 28-8. It ain't looking good for you for that top 10. You might be able to make it back to the top 10. But my best guess is once the panel gets back together, you're out of here. You're out of here. Yeah, you're out of here, J.M. Robinson. But I think you can bounce back. All these teams can bounce back yet once again. This next game, hey, G, bring me something to drink, man. This next game, man, I got something in the freezer in there. Hey, listen. This next game, man, listen, bro. Ransom, you ain't have to do it like that. Ransom, you didn't have to do it like that, man. Ransom, which is known as one of the powerhouses, they made it the first year to the championship against Piedmont. Barely lost that game. Ransom, very well known, probably one of the most well-known middle schools around here, them in Piedmont. That's always the expectations, is you got to look at Piedmont and you got to look at Ransom. You got to look at Piedmont. You got to look at Ransom. And Ransom is putting everybody in the league on notice. 55. And Bradley, I know over there at Bradley, you got them Krispy Kreme donuts. You brought them Krispy Kremes to the field, man. I don't know if Ransom like to eat Krispy Kreme, but you brought them to the field yesterday. 55 with a running clock? What's really going on? What's really going on? With the clock running, you drop 55? Oh my goodness. Hey, listen, Ransom, they in our conference. They're in that Northern Conference, boy. Ooh-wee. Them boys playing fast and physical, I'm sure. Ransom playing fast and physical. They are not playing around. Okay. All right. We get it, Ransom. You ain't playing around. We get it. Let me see. I done messed up something now. Here we go. All right. Let's get back to it. Uh-oh. I got a few comments. Let me see. Oh, yeah. I got a few comments. Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Yeah. We're going to talk about it. Yeah. They say, Jay Miller said, Kennedy put that BTA on Eastway. And they did. They did. A Final 8 team from last year. No, they made the Final 4. They made the Final 4 last year. This year, they made the Final 4, ranked number 2 in the top 10. They took a 44. Hey, Jay, I don't know if you was on here when I said, hey, them boys kick in the door, wave in the 4 4s. Eastway said, don't hit me no more. Hey, they bought them donuts to the field. So yeah, Jay Miller, yeah, they got that BTA. Yeah, they got that BTA. Knox, let me see. Knox says, shh, we ain't doing that. Oh, Knox. Mint Hill, 32. Knox, come on, man. Y'all ain't have to do MLK like that, man. Y'all ain't have to do MLK like that. For real. They got good crowd support, man. People, grandmamas and mamas and baby mamas and everybody out there, and you did that. Come on, man. That's disrespectful now. 32-6, man. You trip. Hey, we got you on notice, Knox. You can't hide now. You can't hide 8-minute quarters. Yeah, and they run them fast. Let me see. So Knox saying, be quiet. Don't say nothing. We just trying to get the snap off. We just trying to get the snap off. Yeah, it went down. It went down. And old Greg Paler. Everybody know who this is from Piedmont. We got to talk because y'all was on the schedule. What happened? Tell the people what happened. Y'all was on the schedule. Piedmont was on the schedule. You know, everybody in the city want to know when Piedmont play. Everybody want to see that. Who Piedmont play? Piedmont. What happened, man? You didn't play yesterday, man. We need to find out, man. I might bring you on the show here in a second, man, and find out what happened to the almighty two-time defending city champs. I know you ain't ducking no smoke. I don't tell me y'all ducking smoke over there. Yeah, y'all probably trying to get that paperwork together. You ain't got all that, and you ain't dotted all them I's and crossed all them T's yet. Yeah, the transfer portal keys done came in, and you ain't got all that. All right, we'll talk about that when you go. I ain't gonna do you like that. Them transfer portal keys. Yeah, the reclasses. I love you, man. I know. I love you, man, because I know how it is in middle school. You don't know who you gonna coach. It just hit. Yeah, you know, you got that NIL. You probably had to check with your collectibles about that NIL. Your collectors about the NIL. I know that's what it is. So yeah, but you never know who you gonna coach, man. Who gonna come out them doors, man? On when it's time to get it on, man. You got to coach. That's the one thing about middle school football, man. You coach who you get. Man, it's not a whole lot of recruiting. It's not a whole lot of. There's some transfers going on, just like anywhere. People move around. People move. People go. You know, different schools, different years. But you know, there's not a lot of that going on. So yeah, that's the beauty of middle school coaches. You know, and you know, if you can coach, you coach what you get. That's what you do. So Chance, what's this? Chance. Who? We got a kid named Chance. I don't know what's Chance's last name. Is that his name? Last name, Brandy. He a baller. He took one to the house for JMA. If that's who I think you're talking about, our Chance at JMA. Yeah. So where was I, man? Y'all got me all off track, man. I just wanted to acknowledge folks in the comments. So in the chat, let me see. George, who was front and center, he said it was a blowout, but Coolwood will win some games. Yeah, I think they'll win some games too, Coach. I think they'll win some games, George. They'll win some games. Yeah, they definitely gonna win some games. They got that bounce back. I think Coolwood got that bounce back. They got that bounce back. They gonna need it. 40. They got that 40 dropped on them. They gonna need some bounce back. So let me see. Where were we? We was with that Ransom, man. Ransom dropped 55, man. Ransom putting the city on notice, man. We back. Ransom did not make the final 8 last year, but they letting you know with that 55, we back. So Ransom is back, man. We're gonna pull up to your trap. You know we pulling up to your trap. Check you out, man. I know y'all balling over there, cause ain't nobody dropped 55 with a running clock, but y'all. So we got So now we got Let me see. We already talked about Coolwood and J.M. Alexander. That was we already talked about that. And then you got James Martin right there by that's right there by is that by the old band Chambers? Yeah, James Martin, right around the corner from Chambers. We know them boys balling. They usually get a nice selection of kids over there. They drop 14 on Bailey, 14 nothing. Bailey get a slow start. Bailey, you brought them donuts to the field, dog. Do you bought them donuts. I don't know if it's Krispy Kreme or Dunkin'. But you brought them donuts to the field, dog. 14 nothing. Courtesy of Bailey. James Martin. You get them donuts. But yeah, you brought them to. Hey, once again, man. Hey, listen, man, it's tough, man. First week, middle school football. You see it here on the screen, the results, man. Hey, this thing could go either way, man. I'm telling you, man. This thing could go either way. This thing could go either way, man. Because I seen last year some guys lose one game during the season, two games during the season, and make it to the Final Four, man. And make it to the Final Four. So look out for that. Look out for that, man. These guys are going to bounce back. First week is always tough, especially as it relates to offense. You know, probably haven't got all your special teams in, and when you're doing this, playing this game, man, you want to try to win every phase of the game, special teams, offense, defense. If you can do that, then yeah, then you cooking. But yeah, so it's pretty tough. First week is tough. First week is tough, and I'm pretty sure everybody will have that bounce back, show up more when you win it. Yeah, yeah, man. So congratulations to everybody who got through that first week. Everybody who got through that first week. Congratulations. Job well done. It's coming. If you didn't, even the guys that scored all the points, the Ransons, I'm pretty sure coach probably still saying that, that's not our best game. You know, everybody still got work to do. All the guys that won, congratulations, and we look forward to next week. So um, next week though, man. But one thing about middle school football, and I'm gonna keep reiterating this. Unlike youth football, you get whatever comes out of that building, bro. You get whatever comes through those doors, right? Them guys, you got to be able to coach. You got to have some ability to be able to lead some unfamiliar kids. Kids that you've never met before, some seventh graders who may not have, been playing football, and then it depends on how many kids you get. We had, at JMA, we had 73 kids to come out for our football team. Unfortunately, we just can't keep everybody. Although, and we probably missed out on some kids. So with our staff, we would like to think that you got a very good evaluation process. Um, you got some guys that's on your staff that have a pretty good eye for talent, and hopefully you got all your guys, right? Hopefully you got all your guys, and hopefully everybody have a successful season. But Cochran played Almar Road. You know the results of that, Knox, because I didn't see that one up here. That Cochran and Almar Road. So that's one. If anybody knows the scores out there from Cochran, Almar Road, let us know, man. We want to show them boys some love too. But like I said, BTO, Vince Jacobs, and our partners here at On the Line Sports Media, man, we are committed to making sure that we get around and highlight some of these kids, highlight some of these teams. We're gonna let you know from week to week, who's in the running, to make that final eight, the road to the Elite Eight CMS, the road to the Final Four. We're gonna keep you on top of that. We're gonna give you we're gonna let you know about the top athletes. Once again, I want to mention the top athletes. Once again, let me see. I think it's Elijah Anthony. The game of the week last week was Coolwood and JMA, two top 8 teams from last year. They went head to head, and the athlete that came out of that, man, we noticed, although even in defeat, that Elijah Anthony from Coolwood, and we're gonna post his picture and his stats up on our website. I mean, on our Facebook page. So Elijah Anthony, number 31 at Coolwood, he's their edge rusher, D tackle. He's gonna make some noise. I think he had like 2 sacks, a lot of hurries on the quarterback, um, some solo tackles. Elijah was all over the field, so good job. He's an eighth grader over at Coolwood, and he was our defensive player of the week. And then our offensive player of the week, once again, from JMA, was Ashton Jones. Ashton Jones, returning quarterback from JMA. He's an eighth grader, man. And this kid, man, when you look at him, you might say, you know, he's a little bit undersized, and I really can't call him undersized, man, because I've seen him grow. He walks around now. He walks around now with his chest out. He don't even wear a shirt to practice. We're like, man, hey Ash, we know we ain't hitting the quarterback, man, but you got to put your shirt on, dog. You still got them feathers on your chest, dog. I know you think you're big and you're proud of your growth, but you got to put your shirt on, dog. Still got them feathers flying off your chest. Yeah, but he walks around with no shirt on, man. I'm proud of him, man. Very quiet, laid back mannerisms. Assassin. He's 7 of 8, 155 yards. I think he was responsible for probably about 3 or 4 touchdowns. He's probably responsible for about 3 or 4 touchdowns yesterday. He led his team to their first victory of the season. So congratulations to Ashton Jones, man. It went down, man. CMS Middle School. There you go. CMS Middle School, man. It went down yesterday, and we're proud of all these teams, man. And we look forward. Oh, Knox. Okay, here we go. 14-0 Albemarle Road. He's not too sure, but it sounds like Albemarle Road got off to a good start yesterday. They beat Cochran 14-0. So got off to a pretty good start, 14-0. Albemarle, man. So congratulations to those guys. We got them scores in late. And if you're out there listening, ADs, any coaches, man, make sure you send your scores in, man. Just send them into the box on the line, on the lines at gmail.com. On the lines at Gmail. Excuse me. I'm gonna put it in the chat at Gmail. On the lines at Gmail. We'll show it on the screen right there. On the lines at gmail.com, man. Any scores, even any highlights. If you got some kids that's balling and you got some highlights, man, put your highlights, send your highlights in on the lines at Gmail. Send your scores in to on the lines at Gmail. We're going to sit down. We're going to talk about it. We're going to highlight these kids, man. You know what I'm saying? These kids need to be recognized, man. These guys, these are your future high school kids. These are your future high school athletes that's making up these, dynamic high schools, man. The kids that are, balling. I can think of a few kids right now that's gone through the ranks, and they balling, man. They balling. So make sure, and these games be packed, man. These games be packed, man. I'm doing a show right now. Yeah, so make sure y'all come out and support, man. Oh yeah, we wanted to talk about our game of the week. Next week, who will get the game of the week on the lines? VTO. We pulling up. We're gonna announce the VTO. VTO is the major sponsor for all CMS sports. Let's make sure we understand who VTO is. And I think everybody knows. VTO, who's been responsible for, the last 2 football championships, they're going to be, responsible for not just football. They're going to be responsible for basketball. They did a phenomenal job in basketball. Baseball. They're doing baseball. They also completed track this year, VTO did. And volleyball, all sports. What is it? All the sports. And so, shout out to VTO. Shout out to VTO for, being able to partner up with CMS and able to get that, that contract with CMS to make sure that they highlight all these athletes and all these city champions, man. And they've reached out to us, and we've reached out to them, and now we're doing kind of a like soft partnership with them to help highlight some of these athletes. Okay, so yeah, so shout out to them. But without further ado, we're gonna announce the VTO on the lines game of the week will be Randolph and Kennedy. We pull it up. We pull it up to your trap. Cameras out, microphones out. All eyes on you. Next Wednesday, Randolph and Kennedy, man. Y'all pull up, man. Both teams. I don't know if they're gonna be in the top 10. We still got some conversations to have. Neither one of these teams are in the top 10. But hey, some teams are definitely gonna drop out. Some teams are going to drop out that top 10 ranking. If you want to see the top 10 rankings, you can go to Only Line Sports Media right now. Go to our Facebook page. You can find it. I had it pulled up earlier for those who came in late. But Randolph and Kennedy, it's going down. Both had sizable victories today. Kennedy balled out 44-0 over Eastway. So it's Kennedy and Randolph. Let's see. Randolph. Where are you, Randolph? Randolph. Ooh, Randolph, you kind of squeak one by on Sedgefield. But, that was a defensive battle, I'm sure. But Randolph and Kennedy playing head-to-head next week. And we're going to see. One of these teams might break the top 10. And we'll have those top 10 rankings out by maybe Friday, maybe tomorrow. May not be able to get them out till Monday. We got to sit down and talk to the guys who vote. And we got to talk about some of these scores, and typically it goes down to scores for and scores against, scores against. So that's what we'll do, and we'll weigh it all out, man. It's kind of tough to pick because we don't get to see everybody all the time, but we boots on the ground from here on out. We're gonna get out to some of these fields and find out who's who. And who's balling, who's not, and we're going to come up with a pretty solid top 10 all the way through the season. But congratulations to all of you guys. I was waiting on some other guys, man. They might have had some other conversations, man. But these guys, we do got football on tonight. Thursday night, you got the Commanders, and who's winning that game? The Commanders and the Green Bay, the Packers. And I think the Packers are winning that game, man. So, 14-0, man. Uh-oh. But them boys, anytime you got Jaden Daniels back there, you got a chance. You got a shot. But that Green Bay defense hitting these boys in the mouth. They bringing them donuts to the field so far. Them boys might break out them Krispy Kreme. But, yeah, man, that's about all I have, man. I just wanted to get everybody up to speed. Week 1 scores, man. Make sure y'all continue to log on to On the Line Sports Media, On the Line Podcast, man. Make sure you continue to like, share, and follow us on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, man. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, man. We are committed to bringing the best possible coverage to middle school football as possible. We just want to have a conversation. There's some other guys on the ground taking pictures, doing videos. We're going to do a lot of that too. But we, more than anything, want to recognize these athletes. We're going to get on the ground and talk to some of these athletes. We want to highlight some of these athletes. I promise you we're going to have all these athletes that win Offensive Player of the Week and Defensive Player of the Week. We're going to post them up, and they're going to permanently be on all of our social media sites. We're going to put their stats up. We're going to put their pictures up, and we're going to continue to follow them all season. But there's so many athletes out there. We can't get everyone, but we're going to try to get as many as we can. We're going to try to keep it as fair. No, it's not try to. We're going to be as fair as we possibly can as we continue to cover your athletes. Once again, man, thank y'all for logging on, man. And I'm your boy, Coach Booker, in the building, man. And I'm out. Hey, before I leave, make sure, man, y'all follow Tulsa football, man. Them Tulsa Golden Hurricanes. Check out my boy Zion Booker. Zero. Do up zero. Yup. Check them out. They play Navy this weekend, man. Check him out, Zion Booker. He plays receiver. Check him out. We out.